if we'd let him. 2nd and 9 for Todd Donnan and the Marshall offense. Donnan, the quick pass complete to Will Brown. He stopped close to a first down out at the 33-yard line. He appears to be about a yard short. The Youngstown players saying there was a fumble, but the officials do not concur. It's 3rd down.
Ran a little clearing route there, Sean, and almost like a pick. You run the inside receiver up the field and bring the outside guy up underneath.
It's early in the game, but certainly Marshall could use a momentum turner. And 3rd down and a long one, nearly 2 yards to go for the first down. And they run the option. Parker tripped up, has the first down. He got across the 35-yard line. Jeff Powers tripped him up. And let's check in with Jim Gray.
Sean, Jim Dunnan told the offense before they went on the field, hey, let's just concentrate on getting a first down, and they just did that. He said, you guys haven't done anything wrong. Let's just act like the score is 0-0. Go out and try and establish ourselves. Sean?
Yeah, that's really, that's the way you have to approach things, because they certainly haven't done anything wrong. Just that fate has gone against them so far. It's the way you get back in the ball game.
Donnan takes the toss to Parker. He's looking deep down the middle, nearly intercepted. Leon Jones got his hands on it. He's the team leader in interceptions as well with 4. Youngstown State has picked off 19 passes this year in 14 games.
They're trying to go to Ricky Carter, number 23, and this is an ill-advised pass from the beginning to end. Watch on the right side of your screen. You'll see the coverage by Jones, the inside linebacker, number 50. He's just waiting there, laying in the weeds in a little zone coverage, and almost pops up and picks this one off. There were 3 men around that football. Leon, the leading tackler on the defense for the Penguins.
With 35 tackles more than any other YSU player. Pedro's in big trouble and down for a big loss. Back at the 23-yard line. Alfred Hill made the play.
You want to see an ugly sight if you're Glenn Pedro? Pull around that corner and look at Alfred Hill, number 48, staring you in the face. This is a guy that has the ability to play on the next level. Watch him. He's about 250 pounds playing linebacker and about 6'2", and as you can see, excellent speed to pursue the ball carrier.
Loss of 9. Alfred Hill, one of 6 Youngstown State captains this year. Out of a great high school football program, McKinley High School in Canton, Ohio. On 3rd and 19, Donnan has a man open. Youngstown State content to give the short pass to Will Brown, but that's well short of a first down out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Leon Jones is the guy in on the stop once again. We've mentioned his name about 5 or 6 times, and the ball game's very young.
So Colquitt is back on the field, having been tackled by Alfred Hill on his first punting try. Trent Boykin will field the punt. He's a junior from Kent, Ohio. The name Colquitt sounds familiar. It should. They have quite a family history in punting. His uncle Fred punted for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Crowd wanted a flag as there was contact with Colquitt, and Boykin is thrown down at the 25-yard line. 39-yard punt and no return.
And he got stuck when he let that ball, when he kicked the ball away. Let's see if you think this was roughing or not. Ball's away. He was hanging on that one leg a little bit too long.
Sure was. Youngstown State will have it when we come back.
Radio Shack has blockbuster prices on great gifts for the holiday.
Don Zwissler in motion. Cameron Smith. Bowles out to the 32. For a gain of 7 on first down for the senior from Youngstown, Ohio, out of South High School, which no longer exists. They closed the doors on South High School at the end of the last academic year.
He's running enough to open them back up. Drew Gerber, we're talking about him, number 62 on that offensive line for Youngstown. Watch him come around here on a pull and take out Shannon King, the linebacker. King eventually makes the stop, but it's about 4 or 5 yards later. That's the key. Get your guards out there. Those linebackers have to step up a little bit more and be a little bit more aggressive if they hope to stop the running attack.
Smith, first down. Out near the 37-yard line before Rodney Garrett made the stop. 83 yards for Youngstown, minus 23 rushing for Marshall. And the Penguins better score soon, Dan, because they're going to ruin their average of scoring per play.
Per play and per quarter. Because, you know, typically these two teams in the championship games have not scored the first quarter.
First and 10 for Mark Brungard. He's the third different starting quarterback in as many years for Youngstown State in the national championship game. He eluded 2 defenders behind the line, but then got thrown down after a very short gain by Donahue Stevenson.
Well, quarterback fake there by Brungard, and he took off around the end. Watch him, number 12, the quarterback, as he fakes the pull over to the right side and tries to roll left. And the defense of Marshall will have none of that. Stop made by Donahue Stevenson.
He's a senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was born in Jamaica in his 4th year as a starting linebacker for Marshall. Credit Brungard with a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Midway through the first quarter, 14-0 Youngstown State. Brungard sets up the screen to Clark. And he's tackled from behind by William King, the All-American linebacker out of Charleston, West Virginia.
We spoke with him the other day. You knew he was ready for a big game, especially after what he went through last season when he got knocked out of this ball game. He's number 3 over the top of your screen, plays this screen beautifully, comes crashing in, and then reacts back out to stay up with the receiver. What Youngstown will do is run some unbalanced stuff, and that's why you'll see him sinking in there a little bit.
King was knocked unconscious 52 seconds into the second half last year. Went to the hospital. It was very frightening as he remained on the field for quite a while, but X-rays to his neck and back proved negative. He returned to the stadium just in time to see the game-winning field goal by Willie Merritt. 3rd and 10. Brungard on target and very close to a first down. Brent Boykin made the catch at 5'5" along the friendly Youngstown State sideline. Twan Reynolds made the tackle, but it is good for another first down for the Penguins.
Trent Boykin climbed the step ladder to get this one, but the key was blitz protection, because you're going to see the blitz on the right side of your screen. You see William King coming, number 3. That's picked up by Tamron Smith. That allows the quarterback to go out to the opposite side and complete the pass to Boykin.
Trent only 5'5", 151 pounds. In his 3rd year as a starter. He had a big catch in the 91 title game against Marshall down in Statesboro, Georgia, won by the Penguins. Clark trying to turn the corner, and a good play by Reynolds coming up from his corner to make the play after a gain of 2.
Now they're starting to play that outside run, the pitch plays and all the rest of that a little bit better, getting some people pursuing from inside, as well as getting safety support and corner support.
7 yards to go.
Darnell Clark wasn't around long himself in the championship game last year. He went out in the first quarter of last year's championship game with a sprained ankle. Credit Clark with a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. 6:25 remaining in the first quarter. 14-0 Youngstown State in the Division I AA National Championship game. Brungard wide open, the tight end, John Quintana. He has a first down in Marshall territory at the 37-yard line.
Watch Mark Brungard get rid of this football. Once again, King is coming in on a blitz. And watch him just look off right now, and boom, he's going to hit that pass. Unloads it very quickly, reads the blitz very well.
Quintana, an outstanding student, and that isn't giving him enough credit. 3.93 is his grade point average in marketing. He is the only person ever from Youngstown State to be nominated for a Rhodes Scholarship. Charles Purdue, a freshman, carries for the first time today. He got inside the 35 and was knocked out at the 33 by Donahue Stevenson. Remember, we talked about Quintana's grade point average, Dan, 3.93. He told the coaches he wanted to get at least one B because he didn't want to graduate with a 4.0 grade point average and have potential employers think that he was a little bit abnormal.
He was a nerd.
That's right.
Not a bad way to
threw
be.
in one B to make it 3.93 as he heads to graduation.
You know, it's kind of interesting what the Marshall players were going through even before the game. They were taking exams right up until yesterday afternoon. They reported in their grades.
Second and 7, 9th play of the drive for Youngstown. Back to Tamron Smith. Flags thrown, and they'll stop the play.
Good thing the officials did, because Tamron wasn't stopping until he reached pay dirt.
He did take it all the way down to the end zone, despite the whistles. He'll have a long walk back to the line of scrimmage.
We had a running back that used to do that with the Bears, Walter Payton. Every day at practice, he'd take him the distance. Just got used to it.
Did that a few times in the game.
Yes, he did. 125, as I recall.
This will be the first accepted penalty of the game as soon as Steve Newman and his crew settle it.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Little movement up front. You can see Brumgard trying to get things squared away. He wanted the formation the opposite way, and as a result, the tackles were just not set on that play. That was Paul Kokas.
Second and 12. They give it to Darnell Clark. He got it back inside the 35. They'll spot him down at the 34-yard line. Shannon King, number 31, made the stop. There have been reports out of Cincinnati yesterday and today on radio and in the newspapers that this could well be Jim Tressel's last game as head coach at Youngstown State. With his enormous success, his name comes up for so many of the Division 1A vacancies, and reports have him heading to the Cincinnati Bearcats when this game is over. All that he would say before the game today is that he is getting on the bus and the plane and heading back to Youngstown with his team after the game today. Third down and 8. We approach 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Trent Boykin, room in the middle of the field. And another first down for Youngstown.
And they ruled that he was down on contact.
Joe Cherico made the tackle for Jim Donnan, but Boykin made it to the 25. First and 10, Youngstown State.
What you saw there was Marshall load up and almost like a bear look, a 46 look, and put some pressure on the quarterback, Brungard. Now, this play is a screenplay like Notre Dame used to run to Rocket Ishmael, a little underneath thing coming back to the wide receiver. And Boykin does a nice job of catching the ball and avoiding a couple of would-be tacklers and getting some nice positive yardage. You see the ball come out as he went down to the ground.
Boykin, along with Darnell Clark and Cameron Smith, brought home video cameras on the trip. They've been recording all the moments of the national championship weekend. Cameron Smith will have another highlight to put on his reel as he's down to the 10-yard line. 15 yards for Tamron Smith and another first down.
Tamron Smith, you cannot tackle him or hope to tackle him with arm tackles. You've got to get your shoulder in and wrap him up. Now, I'm talking about arm tackles. Watch, you'll see a couple attempts right here. There's one attempt at an arm tackle. You cannot do that. Another one at an arm tackle, and it takes 3 guys to bring him down. Wrap him up.
The Penguins continue to dominate on the ground. They'll shoot up nearly 5 minutes on this drive. This is the 13th play. They can pick up another first down inside the 1. Clark turned back by Shannon King. Jim Tressel told us yesterday, before the reports out of Cincinnati that he'd become the head coach of the Bearcats, that Cincinnati had asked permission to the athletic director at Youngstown State, Joe Malmasor, to speak with Tressel, but Jim has put off all talk with anybody interested in his services until the national championship game is over. He's had no contact with Cincinnati.
Now, Coach Murphy that was there went on to my alma mater, Harvard, to replace Joe Resnick, my college football coach when I was there back in the 70s. Great man.
2nd and 6 from the 7. Smith gets it inside the 5 before he was stacked up. Donahue Stevenson at the bottom of the pile.
Good selection there on the part of the Marshall defense, bringing those linebackers up, putting them right on the line of scrimmage and almost picking the exact spot where Youngstown wanted to run the football.
14-0 Youngstown State. 3 minutes left in